This is Current Invective. I'm Steve Fournier. I'm in Hartford, Connecticut. It's May 18th, 2022. This is I'm reading. It's called Jungle Drums. With the Russians preparing to wrap things up in Ukraine, and with Afghanistan receding quickly into history, it was beginning to look as if the USA would be without an enemy. If that sounds like a good thing to you, you're probably not a war profiteer. That crowd senses a possible interruption in the flow of dollars from the Pentagon into their already overstuffed pockets. So they had Biden spin the wheel to select a new enemy, and they got lucky. The arrow pointed to an old favorite, the Clintons' African nemesis, Somalian terrorists. Somalia is a winning choice because the enemies go around in dark skin, presenting a familiar image on the computer monitor that our comfortably seated warriors can usually erase with some enthusiasm. The natives seem to be restless over there on the dark continent, and there's nothing like Americans in body armor and their automated airborne bodyguards to calm third world nerves. Whether in the wake of one losing engagement after another, the U.S. Army can actually do anything about terrorism in Somalia seems not to be an issue. To judge from coverage in our embedded mass media, this engagement, like the ones before it, is simply not debatable. Nor is there any concern about the legality of this deployment, a name our media gives it to make it sound like something presidents have some authority to undertake single-handedly. They don't. The U.S. Constitution unambiguously limits government authority to what's enumerated there in so many words. Congress has sole authority to wage war. The president gets to command the soldiers and sailors, but he can't initiate warfare or deploy soldiers under arms without Congress. Don't say this isn't war. If you think the soldiers are going there to do something other than kill people and destroy property, you might want to take a close look at the equipment they're bringing with them. It's lethal, and these kids are carefully trained to kill with it. Which black people get killed is pretty much arbitrary. It's not like they're going to be holding trials to decide who's a terrorist and who isn't. The officers will make that decision, and they'll tell the kids where to point and shoot. This is called bringing these people democracy. It's their human right to have Americans nearby telling them at gunpoint where they can and can't go. Don't hold your breath waiting for dark-skinned people here to get upset over this, or over anything else for that matter. Just a few days ago, a dude from upstate New York, inspired by the support Nazis in Europe now enjoy among Democrats in Washington and empowered by the example of our last 7 presidents, emptied his assault rifle into 11 dark-skinned people in a Buffalo grocery store. Instead of barbs aimed at the community's political beneficiaries, what we're hearing from Buffalo are prayers. No expressions of buyer's remorse over the leadership we keep tolerating. No serious threats of noncompliance. Maybe we just have to take murder for granted. Whatever violence we do in Somalia is almost certainly going to produce violence here, just as our Ukrainian adventure seems to be doing. If it's okay for Biden and Trump and Obama and Bush to kill on behalf of a political point of view, what, after all, should restrain activists like Buffalo Blob there from violent expressions of their political beliefs? This is Current Invective. I'm Steve Fournier. Oh, one more thing, too. This is all these rants, they're on a site called currentinvective.com. And they're also there on Rumble and YouTube. So I don't know if they're of interest to anybody. They don't get a lot of attention on the various places where I've put them, but they are available if anybody wants to take a look at them.